Gable Steveson is easily one of the most high prospects to enter the UFC in a long time, and you're going to hear his name everywhere over the next week because he is officially making his UFC debut on the massive Conor McGregor vs Max Holloway card. His coach and mentor Jon Jones, arguably the greatest fighter to ever live, has publicly called him a phenomenal athlete and an extremely well-rounded martial artist. And Jon Jones isn't just blowing smoke either, he firmly believes Gable is the future heavyweight champion. And why wouldn't he? Because before Gable was an MMA fighter, he was a wrestler, and some consider him the greatest to ever live. High school record of 210 wins, 3 losses. Collegiate record, 103 wins, 1 loss. Accolades, 2-time NCAA heavyweight champion, 2-time Hodge winner, 4-time Big Ten champion, and Olympic gold medalist. Now, we all know when elite wrestlers enter the UFC or transition to MMA, a lot of them cannot do anything besides wrestling, and usually their striking is completely non-existent. But Gable, the man can actually strike. He obliterated his opponent in a dirty boxing match, sent a guy straight to the Shadow Realm in the APFC, used a brutal ground and pound to win in the MFL, and made easy work of his opponent in LFA. Every single one of his professional fights has ended in a first round finish. Can manage to keep his finish rate 100% in his UFC debut on the Conor Max Holloway card. With all the people watching, he's gonna gain a lot of fans, and the UFC will probably fast track him straight for a title, or at least to the top of the heavyweight division. His popularity is going to skyrocket overnight, especially if he has someone like Jon Jones in his corner. Of course, critics will probably say, well, look at what happened with Bo Nickel. He was an extremely hyped up wrestler, got a couple wins in the UFC, and when he fought top level talent, he lost. But I think Gable Stevenson's trajectory is going to be a little bit different. He has a good coach, Jon Jones, and you have to understand, to be in the position that he is in with only 3 professional fights under your belt is insane. Now, I can't guarantee how Gable Steveson is going to do in the UFC because I've yet to see him challenged or truly tested because he's dominated all of his opponents so far. However, we all know the UFC is a completely different beast. People look incredibly dominant outside and then they come to the UFC and they get bounced right back out. And the heavyweight division is filled with absolute killers. And it's not going to be an easy ride. But I think the powerful wrestling of Gable Steveson is going to present a problem for a lot of heavyweights since a lot of them really don't well wrestle. They like to stand and bang. But what do you think? Do you think Gable Steveson will become the next undisputed champion? I think he has a really good shot. Or is he just another hype train that's bound to crash? Let me know down in the comment section below.